que pa'l mocote, que ya se me muere de hambre el becerro capirote. Le dirás a la vaquilla que se baje pa'l mocote, que ya se me muere de hambre el becerro capirote.
Los nombres Ronstadt, Ramirez, Guerrero, they are musical names in Tucson and around the world. Ronstadt Ramirez Santa Cruz River Band is made up of Mike Ronstadt, Ted Ramirez, and Gilbert Brown. They make up this fabulous Southwestern band. Their music has hit big all over the US and Europe. They are Tucson's very own. The Ronstadt Ramirez Santa Cruz River Band, por favor.
Is everybody doing all right? Can you believe where we are? Wow. We're with Lalo. Should we start?
Might as well.
2, 3, 4. Born in Chihuahua in 1903, on a sarape under a tree. He was so fat he could almost not see. He could eat 12 tacos when he was only 3. Pancho Lopez, he come from old Mexico. When he was 7, he could shoot his gun right on his burro till the day it was done. But when there's work to do, Pancho, he run. He go out a-grinning and lay in the sun. Pancho Lopez, you lazy son of a gun. Come the revolution and Pancho he gets sore. He go with Pancho Villa to fight in the war. But Pancho he don't like this risky chore, so he go back to Chihuahua and he sleeps some more. Pancho Lopez, he lie in the sun and snore. Pancho when he wake up is sleeping all done. The wetback movement had just begun, so he packed up his guitarra, the son of a gun, and he moved to California to follow the sun. Pancho Lopez, he swim across the Rio Grande. Pancho, he worked till he almost dropped. Out in the fields, he would pick up the crops. He went to Old Veta Street and he opened up a taco shop, and his problems, they stopped. Pancho Lopez, the king of Old Veta Street. Well, if you're ever in Los Angeles, go to Alveda Street and there he's selling his tacos and his beans with cheese. Oh, Chihuahua was never like these. Pancho Lopez, the king of Old Veta Street. Pancho Lopez, the king of Old Veta Street.
Thank you. Uh-oh. You need us to get up on this mic a little bit more? All right. Well, we'll see what we can do here with that.
Talk for a second.
Okay, we're going to talk for a little bit. You know, the last time I was just in this theater, I think I was watching 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Or Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, maybe one of those. It never occurred to me that I might be standing up on this very stage playing music almost 50 years later. No, I didn't say that. Did I say that? Not really.
I thought it was more like 100.
Well, it seemed like it. They still had candles in the movie projector thing, you know?
You know, someone said, I wish I was born 100 years ago. I said, well, that's almost true now, you know.
Okay, we're going to try another one here. in a bar in Tampico, across from the depot. On a bar stool she took off her shoes. Her name was Lucila, we drank some tequila. She sure could handle the booze. When the cactus juice hit her, she said, I'm no quitter, I'm tired of living on beans. Now I know what you're after, that's not what I'm after. We have to get married or you don't get in my jeans. You picked a fine time to tell me, Lucille. You got me excited and out in left field. Now I'm an old geezer and I seen some teasers. You take the cake, you're unreal. You picked a fine time to tell me, Lucille. In the morning I saw her at the bar and I told her, would you marry me? She said, how soon? Before you could say nacho, we both were borracho off on our honeymoon. 14 years we've been married, I should be buried. Sometimes I wish I were dead. I really love her, but under the covers this lady goes crazy. So last night I said, when are you going to leave me, Lucille? You have 13 children, you won't go on the pill. You know I'm not working and you just keep on perking. I can't pay the hospital bills. When are you going to leave me, Lucille? One of my earliest memories, and this is actually the truth, is getting up probably about 3 o'clock in the morning and creeping out into our living room. And my father had brought home Lalo and some of the other local musicians from around Tucson to serenade my mother. And from that point on, I knew that this was the kind of music that I loved. There was nobody that really could do it better than Lalo. One of the things that is amazing to me, though, is that humor is just right on the edge of sadness, and he could do both incredibly well. So, but we've decided to stay on the humorous side tonight.
Yeah, you have no idea how funny this is going to be.
Okay.
Granada is a good car I admit, and it comes with all the extras and the bucket seats. But the car that I prefer is the one sold by Ricardo Montalban. Nova, the car that I love, not a Ford or a Nova. When I grab the wheel, I feel like a young Casanova. I drive by the girls' side, they all think that I am Ricardo. They think that I'm the movie star because of my car, but my name is Eduardo. There's ladies who would go to Hades to drive a Mercedes. There's men who rejoice because they own a Rolls Royce in their 80s. But I'm wild over my brand new Cordova that I bought from Ricardo Montalban. Granada, you gotta move over, here comes my Cordova, the car that I love.
it to everybody tonight.
Yeah. Should we start?
Yep.
You say 1, 2, 3. My name's Jose Gonzalez and I come from Monterrey. I come up to the border one bright and sunny day. I told the immigration man I go to USA. He looked at me and laughed, and this is what he say: no way, no way, Jose, no way, you go to USA. No way, no way, Jose, if you ain't got no papers, you don't go to USA. Yeehaw! Woo-ha! But I am very stubborn and I jumped the fence next day. I took the Greyhound bus and went to East LA. I wind up washing dishes for 50 cents a day. I told the man I want to raise, and this is what he say: no way, Jose, no way, you get a raise today. No way, Jose, if you don't got green card, you don't get a raise today. Yeehaw! I met a señorita, her name was Sally Mae. I took her out to dinner and to see a show one day. I took her home at night and I asked her if I could stay. She pushed me out the door, and this is what she say: no way, Jose, no way, no way that you can stay. No way, Jose, but if you put ring on my finger, then you can stay and play. Yeehaw! Woo-ha! Yeehaw! Caramba, how I suffered until one lucky day I met a man named Bruce, and this is what he say: I give you plenty money and a place where you can stay. But then he tried to kiss me. I think that he was gay. No way, no way. I think I go back to Monterrey. Ole!
On Ronstadt Ramirez Santa Cruz River Band, Mike Ronstadt, Ted Ramirez, and Gilbert Brown. Awesome. Once again, allow me to introduce the Ronstadt Ramirez Santa Cruz River Band.
It's getting shorter every time we come out here, I think.
What's up with that?
I think this needs to go up too.
Does it?
Yeah, just a little bit. What do you think? Does it need to come up? That's good. I'm going to give the sound man nightmares now. Speaking of the sound man, we'd like to thank all of the crew and the sound guys and the light guys. That's what makes it happen here. It's always like Christmas for them, you know, so we're going to do this song in honor of that. We'll do a little Christmas song. The night before Christmas, all through the casa, Mama, she was busy preparing the masa. To make the tamales, this tamalada, and all the ingredients for the enchiladas. Papa in the front room with all the muchachas, dancing the mambo and doing the cha-cha. My brothers and sisters were out in the hall, listening to Elvis sing rock and roll. When all of a sudden I heard such a racket, I jumped out of bed and I put on my jacket. I went to the window in front of the house. Was my old Uncle Pedro, as drunk as a louse. He ran in the house and he grabbed his guitarra and he came out and yelled, "Ahoy!" And he sang, "Guadalajara, Guadalajara, Guadalajara, Guadalajara." I was starting to wonder, lay there alone. Santa Claus, find me at home. With all of this noise, they would scare him away. And all of a sudden, I heard someone say, "Ay, Pedro, Chuchito, Gorrito, Jose, get up there, you bums, or you don't get no hay." Then what to my wondering eyes did appear but 8 cute little donkeys instead of reindeer. And they pulled a carreta, it was full of toys for all of us good little girls and boys. And the fat little driver, he waved a sombrero and said, "Merry Christmas, Feliz Año Nuevo." And then he sang, "I am Santa's cousin from south of the border. My name's Pancho Claus and I brought what you ordered." Heard him exclaim as he drove past the porches, "Merry Christmas to all and to all